Welcome back to Villa Grove High School as we're getting ready for the second half between Martinsville and Villa Grove here on DouglasCountyDigest.com. Chris Patton, Luke Johnson here with you. And Luke, we've seen a couple different styles of play in the first half. We've seen Martinsville give it to Zach Mulkins and kind of clear out of the way. And if he misses, hopefully Jacob Vincent can pick up things and put it back in. And for Villa Grove, they've been pretty patient and have often looked to feed it into the post, either Noah or Gabe Palmer.
The difference right now is Villa Grove's missed a lot of easy shots. They've missed some free throws. Their shots aren't falling from the outside. I mean, they've had some wide open looks on every aspect of the game offensively for them. They just haven't gone down. I look for that to change a little bit here in the second half. Villa Grove's got some decent shooters. They should have a couple more fall. And I look for them to finish down low as well.
Villa Grove, though, with all that said, does have a 2-point lead at 18-16 and get it right inside to start things off. Then find a little cutter along the baseline. Shot put up. Austin Hubbard has 8. Villa Grove leads 20-16 here in the early going of the third quarter.
Martinsville just needs to find somebody else that can do something with the ball. They can't rely on Mulkins the rest of the game.
And as that said, he cuts through the lane, puts one up, gets his own rebound, though. Dribbles through a defender, lays one up and in. Nifty work by Zach Mulkins to get his 8th point of the night. 20-18 is the Villa Grove lead. Gabe Palmer had 9 to start the half. Austin Hubbard had 6, and Gavin Gunter with a big 3-pointer for Villa Grove. Hubbard now has 8 after that basket just a second ago. Feeding it to the elbow for Gabe Palmer. He drives, gets it kicked away, and throws it back out. Gilbert Nieto has it now, gives it back out to Vandermeer. They're going to reset things. Kicks it across the top of the defense. Driving and had it knocked away was Hubbard, but he corrals it. We get a kick there off the foot of a Martinsville Blue Streak.
And Martinsville's going back to the pack-it-in defense here, letting them have what they want from the outside, basically, just as long as they don't let anything, well, except for the first play, they don't let anything down low.
Other than that, 3-pointer put up from the corner, no good for Lucas Vandermeer. Like we said earlier, this is kind of when he has a chance to maybe take over. Villa Grove, the games we've seen, their offense, they've made it close in the third quarters they've played. Against Tuscola, against Arcola, they struggle against Atwood Hammond too as well. Struggle a little bit in the first half and then maybe start to hit their groove here in the third quarter. That ball went out of bounds off Martinsville. Villa Grove has it now.
The difference in those games, I think, Villa Grove is playing at a different pace. Here they've slowed down their offense a lot compared to what we've seen, and I'm wondering if it's a little out of style for them.
Nice move by Gabe Palmer to get in and lay one off the glass. 22-18 Villa Grove lead. Mulkins gets it out on the arc. He dishes it back to Chris Lee, who gives it to Tyler Elliott. Back to Lee, thought about the 3-pointer, gonna try and feed it inside to Mulkins, who is in the post. Nieto has it, tries to save it, tries to throw it out of bounds off of Mulkins. He gets it though, finds a wide open Jacob Vincent along the baseline.
That was a nice pass, stuck in the corner, one hand right along the baseline to Jake Vincent. That was beautiful.
Walking the tightrope there with that pass to make sure it doesn't touch the end line. 22-20, Villa Grove leads. 5:41 left to go in the third. Nieto tries to drive, loses it along the baseline. Martinsville takes it away, almost loses it there, but Mulkins has it and comes across, thinks about pulling up. Instead, gives it to his teammate, who does pull up. Number 3, Chris Lee hits a 3-pointer. Martinsville goes back in the lead, 23-22. And we got a foul called against Martinsville, and then hitting the deck is Zach Mulkins, who ran through the screen set.
It looks like he's pretty shaken up there, pretty good.
And as you mentioned earlier, when Martinsville's Justin Parcell called a timeout earlier, it looks like he's doing that to preserve his bench. He's got 5 starters, all seniors. He's got 2 guys on the bench, and he's kind of using his timeouts as effectively as he can to try and buy some time for his guys.
They're probably trying to see if Mulkins can make it through this timeout and get back in the game, because, well, you saw just the possession down here when Villa Grove had him trapped in the corner. Nieto had number 3, Chris Lee, trapped in the corner, and he skipped over 2 guys, his own 2 teammates, and threw it cross court to Mulkins to try and get the offense to the other side.
A foul win against Mulkins, and that is his third, team's first here in the second half. We'll see how things go. He was over there kind of rubbing his leg a little bit, trying to rub the Charlie horse or the cramp or the pain out of it. He looked like he took a swig of some Powerade or some Gatorade or something, trying to get some nutrients into him. Coach helping him out a little bit here, and we'll see if he can go here once we get back into action.
Hopefully it's just something small, a little cramp, something he can run out. He can keep moving and it'll eventually loosen up again. Nothing too serious.
He looks to be in decent shape right now, though, as he goes back out there. So 5:18 remaining in the third quarter. Martinsville has taken the lead back 23-22 over Villa Grove. Villa Grove will have Austin Hubbard inbound right in front of their bench. He gives it to Lucas Vandeventer. Passes it back to Hubbard. Driving to his right, and like we've said, Martinsville really packing it in. They're going to leave guys alone out beyond the arc. Especially a big guy like Noah Palmer, who had it, gives it to Nieto. Swings it across over the defense. Gabe Palmer thought about a shot from the free throw line. He's guarded tightly, and ball out of bounds. Hubbard can't corral it. It's going to be Martinsville ball.
Kind of a rocket pass there to a guy within 3 feet of him.
A little unaware of his surroundings there and how close he actually was. And it's a turnover by Villa Grove. Martinsville going to have it now. Feed it in. Mulkins is in there. Let's see how he moves around pretty good. Thought about pulling one up. Does. And he's hit and fouled. And the basket's good. Mulkins going to go to the free throw line, shaking off the pain from that fall earlier. Foul goes against Villa Grove's Austin Hubbard, his team's first here in the second half. Martinsville up 3 with a chance to go up 4, and they do.
That was a good play by Mulkins, turning and facing the basket and giving a shot fake, getting the defense in the air and to back off a little and then taking an easy jumper.
26-22, Martinsville leads over Villa Grove. Clearing some space, we had a double dribble. Yeah, looked like he was going to maybe get away with it, and then the ref blew the whistle and called him for it. Looked like he, he kind of took an extra step there after he did that. It looked like he was going to score, but then the ref did blow the whistle and called the double dribble that was yelled for by the Martinsville crowd. They were very vocal about wanting that call made, and it was the right call. Martinsville with it now. 4 minutes left to go here in the third. Turnaround jumper, rims in and out. Smallest guy on the floor down there gets the rebound, and he puts up a shot which gets waved off. The foul was on the floor. Nice job by Tyler Elliott there.
And I think Villa Grove's just ignoring the fact that they need to box out on defense to go get the rebounds, and they're just letting the little guys run all over the place, and they're getting out rebounded.
Foul goes against Austin Hubbard, his second, team's second. Villa Grove early on got a lot of offensive rebounds, but now Martinsville taking an offensive rebound of their own there, and once again Mulkins getting that defender in the air and knocks it down. 3-point basket by Zach Mulkins. 29-22. Martinsville has built a 7-point lead, but they fall asleep on defense. And a short arm shot put up and no good. Tyler Harrison had a lot of space between him and the basket with no defender there. He just kind of short-armed it, couldn't get it to go down. Villa Grove is going to keep the possession, though. Ball went out of bounds off of Martinsville.
Couldn't believe he was that wide open going to the basket.
Go to the basket, he makes it. He just kind of tried to push it in from where he was. Shot put up for 3, no good. And Martinsville, 3 guys right under the basket. And almost get it taken away. We're going to foul there on Villa Grove again, doing what they've done, where after they miss a shot, the other team has it, tries to go back down the floor. They get really aggressive. Foul called against Tyler Harrison, his second, team's third.
And now they're going to press him full court to try and get a turnover.
Pressure on ball carrier, or the man with the ball up there, Chris Lee, point guard for Martinsville, and there's another foul on Villa Grove. Tyler Harrison's third, team's fourth. Nathan Bradley into the game.
It wasn't bad defense. He just had his hands down low and in towards the offensive player's body. He needs to keep him out and away, so that way they can't call the reach on him.
He and the point guard kind of out there on an island right in front of the referee, so that's going to get called as compared to kind of some bumping and jostling for position in the post. Mulkins has it, trying to find somebody to pass it to, gives it off to Chris Lee. Lee's looking right back to Mulkins instead. He's going to drive, throws up a shot, and we get a battle for a rebound. That's won by Villa Grove's number 13, Noah Palmer. Villagrove needs to cut into this 7-point Martinsville lead with 3 minutes left to go in the third. Dish off, nice pass, nice shot. Noah Palmer puts it up and in off a nice pass from Gabe Palmer. Villagrove cuts that lead from 29 to 25, 2:53 left to go in the third. And Villagrove Blue Devil head coach Brian Russell calls a timeout.
Noah Palmer saying it's about time I made one of these layups. He missed 3 or 4 of them in the first half. Just easy gimmies, and it's tough. It's aggravating, it's frustrating, and he finished that one off beautifully. Hopefully it'll start a good run for him here.
Geometry not really a friend, just some of the angles tonight not really working. They've basically gone everywhere but down for him. Noah Palmer gets his first 2 points of the night, and like I said, Villagrove has cut the deficit to 5 now. Villagrove was up by 2 at halftime, but Villagrove's kind of gone on Martinsville's gone on a run, and it all started after Zach Mulkins hit the deck. Got a foul called against him for running through a guy trying to draw a charge, and it looked like he might have to miss some time, but he came right back in and scored 6 points very quickly. He's got the ball now, and setting a screen for him is Tyler Elliott. Gives it down to Jacob Vincent. He drives, puts up a shot between 2 people. Screams for an over-the-back call. It does go out of bounds off of Villagrove as they came in to try and take the rebound away from Mulkins. Chris Lee going to inbound it for Martinsville. He's got 5 points tonight. Kicks it into Jacob Vincent. Vincent has 10. We're going to foul on the floor as they try and feed it in from outside the 3-point line into inside the 3-point line.
That was a good aggressive play by Jacob Vincent earlier to arrive on the baseline. He sucked 2 defenders over and left somebody else open.
3 people on Mulkins. He got a pass off away once he was down on his knees. Got it off, but the shot was no good. I think Chris Lee took that one. And Villagrove has it now. Gabe Palmer going to drive right through the lane, has to switch hands. Puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Jacob Vincent. Given to Zach Mulkins. Martinsville going to bring it down the court. 2:10 left to go in the third. They have a 5-point lead over Villagrove. Mulkins going to the basket. Shot up and good. Basket by Zach Mulkins, 31-24. Martinsville leads, 2 minutes left to go in the third. Drive to the basket, then a little dish, and a high banker, no good. Rebounded by Vincent. We're getting a scrum, and he's able to pull it away, kind of swung the elbows a little bit. Mulkins going to drive to the basket. The shot was weighed off. We're going to foul on the ground on the floor against Villagrove.
I think Austin Hubbard there got an elbow to the face right in the jaw from Vincent clearing that rebound.
Austin Hubbard called for his 4th foul. They've all basically come in a pretty short period of time here. His 4th, team 6th. So Martinsville pretty close to shooting a lot of free throws here in the second half of this contest. Feed in, taken away, knocked away by Nieto. He's on a breakaway here. Let's see if he can finish it off. Gilbert Nieto does into the game for his first 2 points of the night. Nice defense leading to offense. That Martinsville lead back down to 5, 31-26. 90 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Villagrove going to try and cut in, and they're able to pressure a lot on defense. And the ball is, as he was about to fall out of bounds, Gabe Palmer was able to throw it off Mulkins, and it went out of bounds off Martinsville, and Villagrove has it.
Good hustle by Gabe Palmer. Smart, knowing to throw it off the defender in order to keep possession. Defense keying
some offense here for Villagrove. Let's see if they can keep it up. We're going to hold foul called against Martinsville, and Villagrove will inbound under their own basket. Let's see who this is going to go against. 15, Tyler Elliott, his 3rd, team 2nd. 6 team fouls for Villagrove here in the second half, 2 for Martinsville. Feed into the post, ball knocked away, recovered, and shot put up, no good, high up. I think he lost his handle on that, didn't Noah Palmer, as he tried to drive to the basket. It goes off the top of the backboard, maybe hit that guide wire up there. Gonna be Martinsville's ball. 31-26, Blue Streaks lead Blue Devils, 54 seconds remaining in the third. Chris Lee's gonna drive, and he's met by 2 Villagrove defenders. Gets a pass off to Elliott, who gives it to Mulkins to drive, pull up, and hit on his shot. And go back to the line for 2 free throws.
I'm going to disagree with that one. After the shot was released, he may have gotten some body contact, but I think it was a clean block from here. I think they got all ball on that one.
Foul goes against Gabe Palmer, his second, team 7th. Was a shooting foul, though, so Mulkins going to go to the free throw line.
I think Mulkins has been lucky here in the second half. He's got a couple bailouts where he got into trouble and lowered his shoulder once to go to the basket and getting bailed out a couple times on some of these jumpers.
He gets 2 free throws. His numbers are starting to add up. Martinsville has a 33-26 lead. Three-pointer put up and good. There's that man we've talked about. Third quarter player Lucas Vandevenner coming up with a big 3, cutting that lead back down to 4.
No, Martinsville's going to be in some trouble if he gets hot.
We get another foul out top called against Villa Grove.
He can't reach. That was an obvious one. Mr. Palmer, Gabe Palmer, doesn't have anything to complain about on that one. He reached right across the body.
And it was another one of those ones where you're kind of out on that island, out where everybody can see you instead of in the post. You're going to send Mulkins to the line. And he missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Nice hustle rebound. And we're going to get a call against Villa Grove in the backcourt as they're bringing it up.
There's no use for that screen right there. I mean, he wasn't in position. He wasn't that far out in front. Nieto just needs to back away, go down, run the offense, and let Noah Palmer bring the ball across.
Martinsville to inbounds now. Eli Stevens going to throw it in. Gets knocked out of bounds. Going to go off the foot of Nathan Bradley. Going to go out of bounds. Martinsville will retain possession. It seems like Villa Grove had the idea of using the defense and really getting after Martinsville and working on their guys, but it's kind of come back to get them because they've been committing fouls. Mulkins gets it in. He's got about 13 seconds left. Finds a pass underneath. Shot waved off. We're going to get a foul against player control foul against Mulkins, I believe. To a thunderous ovation from the Villa Grove faithful.
Man, I agree. He was out of control going in there. And
he's been out of control much of the night. He's been able to kind of put that to rest for a little while. But the big news is that's 4 on Mulkins as we get close here to the end of the third quarter. 7 seconds remain. Let's see if Vandevenner pulls up for another 3. And see, he does see the clock, puts up a shot, and it hits the front rim and doesn't go down. Nice look. And what do? We might have a technical foul, I believe. It's some form of foul. Technical, yes, on number 11.
It doesn't matter. Mulkins is done after that one. His night is over.
Technical foul called on Zach Mulkins. Something went on there under the basket after that shot was no good by Vandevenner at the buzzer. And we're going to see our first substitute of the night for Martinsville, I believe, right, Luke?
Yep.
Number 4, Xavier Markham, a junior guard, goes to the scorers table to check in. We're done with 3 quarters. We'll come back and get that free throw, those free throw attempts here in a minute. 33-29, Martinsville leads over Villa Grove as we go to the fourth quarter on DouglasCountyDigest.com.